Yeah, it's going to be real fun.
What?
No, I'm just pointing it out, not really doing anything about it. Anyway, welcome to the Bureau of Barely Acceptable Content podcast.
It was the second best we've ever done.
Yeah, probably.
I know.
Joining me again is the Hound, Jared.
Hello.
The Hand of the King, Ollie. And me being the Faceless Man.
A man needs a name.
And he has one.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. You got anything to talk about now, or
What, like straight up?
like just like a topic? Because usually the opening is meant for a topic someone wants to bring out,
Oh.
but we haven't been doing that for a while.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah,
it's
on
fine.
the spot.
I don't know. Did I mention this last week?
What did you?
I read Ready Player One.
Yeah.
You didn't mention it.
Did I?
Yes,
So I don't think you did.
I did.
What did you?
According to Ollie, I did.
I think you did.
Therefore,
No, that was
let us-
before the podcast.
Oh right.
Was
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to. Do I want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit?
Well, no one's going to listen to this anyways.
You got a good point. So I read that. Seemed cool. Can't wait to see the film. Although I am disappointed in the film already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I didn't talk away the book translates to the film. I definitely
Sure.
didn't do that. So looked at the casting. Right?
Yeah.
And spoilers for the book. Skip 5 minutes ahead to.
Like
7.
right off the bat.
So right off the bat, just skip to 7 minutes. if you care.
Yeah.
Right. So if you don't care, don't worry. But basically, the girl in it, right.
Yeah.
For a start off, the bloke is supposed to be fat at the start.
Sure.
And then he gets, he exercises because his machine, they incorporate it into daily life, and the machine's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're getting pretty fat, so you should probably exercise. And he puts on this locking system onto the thing, so he can't start the game until he's exercised, which I kind of liked. I think we should
Yeah.
probably do that on, most things, to be fair.
Sure.
But, so he gets, skinny and healthy that way.
Yeah.
But he starts off as a chubby motherfucker.
Sure.
First off, straight off the bat, the guy in the film, not chubby at all.
Alright.
There's zero chubby scenes.
Yeah. But chubby people don't attract people to seats.
Exactly. However, right, what should have not changed is the fact that the girl in it,
Yeah.
while she's described as Rubenesque for a start,
Sure.
which is based off this artist called Rubens. He did fairly voluptuous women. So
Sure.
again, kind of chubby. And in this day and age, you figured people would make a big of a deal to the fact that they went with this pixie bitch, straight up tiny little elf girl,
Yeah.
thin as a biscuit.
Sure. Wafer.
A waif. She's a waif.
Waffle.
And I was like, okay, fine. She might have to do some action scenes. I get why you may not, have a person who might struggle through those action scenes.
Sure.
Fair. What I don't get is the fact that she also, in her real self, has a the facial kind of markings.
Sure.
Where it's just it's kind of like a red, it's a blotch basically.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I think they call them port marks or something, from kind of medieval times.
Right.
So she's got one of those down her face, and she's all nervous about it because she's like, oh, I don't want you seeing me with that because you won't like me anymore. And she's got a big hang up about it. Just
Right.
removed it from the film. Just straight up removed it from the film. And it's I get why you wouldn't. I can see the issues on the chubby thing.
Sure.
I'll allow you the chubby difference.
Right.
But why get rid of that? That doesn't detract anything. It brings attention to the fact that, people are fine. It doesn't matter what they look like on the inside, outside, because it's all about what they are on the inside. That is a great message to send to children, at which this is primarily marketed. Why wouldn't you take that chance?
It's not profitable.
It's not profitable. And again, also, there's another friend of his who turns out she portrays herself as a white male throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Because the game is kind of like life at that point.
Sure.
It's so ingrained into society. She portrays herself as a white male because she gets more job offers that way.
Okay.
And better respect and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But it turns out she's actually a fat black lesbian chick.
Mm.
And he's like, you know what? That's just hilarious.
Sure.
We're good friends. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
And he just hangs out with her the same.
Yeah.
And what they kept is the actress is black. The
Yeah.
actress is actually lesbian herself as well.
Sure.
Which I was like, cool, that's great.
Yeah.
Not chubby at all.
So there's this thing about not having fat people in films.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's where they'll make fun of the fact that they're fat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like Norbert.
Norbert, the Kevin James.
Yeah.
And he's rolling on the floor. Ha ha ha! It's fat. It's funny because he's fat.
Eddie Murphy films.
Yep.
Mm,
that lady, the one that did Spy. I can't remember her name, but she was the like obnoxious one out of Bridesmaids, I think. But
Sorry, I don't watch chick flicks.
Yeah, but any film where she's in that film is like, she's going to be on the floor rolling at some point.
Okay.
And she sold out theaters and shit, but like, it's like, just focus on that. Like, that's another bad part of Hollywood I would change. Like, fat people are people too.
Sure. The only way you're going to get that is if you get it directly through Netflix.
Yes, that's very true. But it's not going to be directly from Netflix because it's already a AAA blockbuster.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my point.
Well, we got a minute still to.
Oh no, you would have burned through on this. Okay.
Yeah, so we don't want to like.
Okay. Another thing they changed, which I kind of understand because like the egg scenes, like basically whenever they're solving a riddle, is literally like the film. Like he has to go through an entire film by himself.
Sure.
And he has to do every line out of War Games, I think it is, perfectly. Yeah. I looked at the trailer for it, with the film.
Yeah.
There's a chase scene now. There's a racing scene. And it's just like, okay, I get how maybe what he did wasn't exactly, like, marketable on the big screen.
Sure.
However, going from, like, knowledge about 1980s, and 1980s video games, and 1980s, like, pop music and everything, to, let's just stick a race scene in. Like, there's a bit of a disconnect.
Yeah.
He's driving in a DeLorean at least, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that doesn't. But it doesn't. It's not the saving grace it required. Like, just
so summarize. It's not the same. Therefore, it's not going to be great.
No, it might be a fine film in its own right. I just don't recommend anyone reading the book before going to see the film.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's a fun point to end on.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna turn that down.
Yeah.
So, Harley.
What
have you done with your week?
Mostly worked on assignments and whatnot.
Okay, Ollie, what have you done?
That wasn't the end of it. Play a little bit more of Kingdom Come Deliverance.
How are you finding that?
It is janky, which makes it hilarious at times. But what keeps me coming back to it is kind of not the realism, while it is kind of realistic to the times. I think I quite like the combat. It's like For Honor, if you remember, where it's you have to be at certain angles. You've got a stamina system where if you do too much and you get hit, you lose stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Your stamina also total decreases if your health decreases. So it's hard to come back from a fight if you get bashed in the first minute.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you kind of have to be winning at the very beginning. So which means like having multiple combats, like a combat with multiple people is not advised when you're just one against many.
Funnily enough, that's pretty true to life.
Yeah.
Somebody bashes your face in, you're not going to be coming back.
There's this one fun bit where you're trying to find a guy and you get like ambushed by 4 guys who are trying to find him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, you have to tell us where he is. And it's like, you can either tell him or you can attack them. And then you get punched by all 4 of them. Which was like, this could work out. And then, nope, you get beat up. But you don't die, which is nice. Which is like, you just get beat up and you have to, and then you, because you get knocked down after you like lose health when it's unarmed combat.
Yeah.
So you're like, I get knocked out, and I get up again, and I get punched, and I go back down a couple of times until I get bored, and I just go away. That was my way of resolving that issue. I won't tell him, but I get beat up.
Okay.
I like that.
That was kind of interesting. And it's got a kind of other moments like that, which is like you have to actually kind of figure it out yourself.
That's cool.
It's not like World of Warcraft where you have to actually find the place. Sometimes you do, but I usually have a quest marker.
Yeah, but they removed that anyway. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you used to have to like read and listen to what you're doing. That happens more often, actually.
I remember I used to actually have to look up game guides to
solve
some
remember.
Stuff, like
Fought and whatever.
I was trying to find a quest for about like an hour one time.
Yeah.
And, like I was just trying to go off these vaguest of descriptions, and it was really satisfying when I actually find that fucking quest.
Yeah, there was that. But the problem with it is usually when like the problem with Dark Souls at times is that difficulty will turn people off unless they kind of are able to achieve that.
There's a time frame.
Yeah.
Where it goes from, oh, this is cool, I'm being challenged, to
frustration, yeah. It's very hard to get the balance. Excuse me. What else did I do? I played some more Bloodborne again because I came back to a character I haven't finished the game with yet.
Because it's like a great game.
Yeah.
You don't need to make an excuse for that.
No, I was like, I saw it was on March's 3 PS4 game.
No.
I was like, oh yeah, go play that thing.
Really wish I didn't spend 20 quid on that like 2-3 months ago. It's very annoying.
Oh yeah, are you on PlayStation Plus or?
I am. Okay.
Yeah, then I'm not. So because I refuse to pay them £5 or whatever.
I won't give them money.
It's just like I've gotten bored of the subscription model of paying for things.
I've gotten bored of the the whole kind of capitalism thing.
I just gotten because the bloody industry is trying to push games as a service all the time now, or the big AAAs.
What do you mean? So
they instead of bringing out games, it's more about we're gonna make this game and keep people getting microtransactions and buying small bits in it.
Oh yeah.
So it's more of a service rather than a
so
game.
They don't have to pay for more development costs.
Yeah, exactly. You get more out of it over time.
You can just milk that cow until it's bone dry.
Yeah, but that kind of the problem with that is it kind of starts starving out development and creativity because you don't have anything new because everyone's stuck on the one thing that's producing money. You don't get any innovation.
Yeah, but there's one thing that capitalists hate, and that's uncertainty. And games were uncertainty in the past. You didn't know whether it was going to pass or fail. Well, and it's a lot of money to develop into something where you don't know where it's going to be a hit or a smash.
Well, yeah.
Not that I'm defending it. I'm just saying I can see why the greedy bastards do that.
Yeah, no, because you've got a company and there you have to answer to investors, and the investors will be asking, why aren't you doing this? We get more money out of it this way. And
I couldn't get my Audi this year.
Or my Tesla.
Well, that's not their fault. They can afford it. Tesla just can't give it to them.
Yeah. Otherwise, went to Warhammer World.
Yeah. Did we?
We just came back.
Did we? We just... I thought we went... No, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought we went to McDonald's. I got a burger. No, yeah, we went
pretty good place. That's actually a pretty good burger place anyway.
It is actually. Buckman's Bar is not the worst place to go if you just want a meal.
Food,
yeah. Though they're out of a whole bunch of beverages because I'm guessing the supply lines had been cut off for a while.
Yeah, that did.
Oh yeah, that happened too this week, didn't it? Yeah, snow.
Yeah, snow.
Snow, yeah. Everyone's.
Should we talk about the snow, or should we just kind of try and forget it like everyone else is?
No, we can talk about it if you want.
Okay, there was snow.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was just like Wednesday in Finland.
There's no Wednesday. Oh, we're so used to the snow. Oh.
To be fair, we have a better infrastructure for dealing with that.
People don't go anywhere. You don't like to see other people.
No, we have to travel long distances because we're in the middle of the fucking forest.
Pro tip: don't build in the middle of the fucking forest. Then.
Well, but we are more ecologically aware, maybe.
Again, no. It's just down to you don't like to be near other people. Where can my house be? As far as fucking away from others as possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the wall, isn't it?
I haven't lived there for very long.
Oh, that's true, actually. How did you deal with being Finnish and being in Hong Kong?
I don't know.
That's a lot of personal space issues.
Well, no, I got used to it because I was before in Taipei.
Ah, right, okay.
So it's been kind of normal.
You see, Pauli's seen the world.
And seen its wonders.
He didn't like it.
From the Dardanelles to the mountains of Peru. But there's no place like London.
Oh, God.
What the
It's Sweeney Todd.
Oh, okay. No place like home.
No,
so what
we're not doing Ice in Wonderland.
Well, what did we do up in Warhammer World? Let's go through that.
Well, yeah, sure.
We lost our souls.
And our souls.
We just sold our souls. We know where they are.
No.
I started on that Salamander's army that I got intrigued about by
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, two podcasts ago. See insert in the description.
No, I'm too lazy to do that.
Never mind. Find it yourself.
Well, it's easy. You just go and...
Yeah, it's like 2 episodes back.
Yeah. There's a playlist.
I also got... I think I only have to get one more box to do that tournament army with Justin now.
Did you... Oh, that one. Yeah.
I just need an extra sniper, and the issue is I can't... Well, I could get a bits buy off of the Bay of Eels, I suppose, but...
I like how that's been spread 3-hour like circle of friends where I started that thing.
Oh, the baby eels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is you. Yeah. And then Jake reinforced it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did that. What did you get at Warhammer World?
I got the collector's edition for the War Master.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
you know-
collector's editions. That's what I wanted to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about.
well, we'll get onto that after.
I'm gonna write that down. Right.
Yeah, that's right then. What else did I get? I got a whole bunch of Hobbit stuff because I wanted to start that thing. I was saved from spending anything on 30k because they didn't have the Reavers.
Oh,
Yeah?
those schmucks. They could have.
No, they didn't have them. It was like, oh, you can order them. I was like, okay. I also forgot to get the Iron Demon for my Chaos Dwarves, but I didn't really need it. It was
You fool.
You might have done. You might
Nah,
actually
it's
win a game
alright.
with them for once.
no, I was like, I'll just get another Kadai Destroyer.
Yeah, that would just be.
Could I just
Yeah.
because you don't have the first one yet.
They don't have a model.
Oh right.
There is no model for it. You just.
Oh,
I'm just going to use a
Nice.
Mauler Fiend that's converted into being on flames.
I'm sure there's like Kadai Destroyers, like third-party ones. Then.
No,
No,
Oh really?
no.
because
Oh.
Chaos Dwarves are so on.
They're Forge World and no one played them, so no one's
Yeah.
bothered.
Yeah, fair enough.
Though I did see someone put an army on eBay. Or the Bay of Eels.
The Bay of Eels. You didn't say it now.
Yeah. No, I got bored of it because we're not in the store where we can't talk about that kind of things.
Oh yeah.
That was the main reason why I started calling it that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
What else did I get? Yeah, it's mostly Hobbit stuff.
Yeah, it's mostly hobbits. You got your warband now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
expanding that into?
I
an
have
army?
multiple war bands.
Oh, you're expanding it into armies. Okay. Or are you just getting like little bits of everything?
Well, war bands make up an army.
Okay. So are you getting a lot of the same stuff, or are you getting lots of different stuff?
I've gotten a lot of different stuff at the moment.
So different armies, not
Yeah,
Okay.
so I got Easterlings, I got Haradrim, because that one guy came in like a year or two ago to Games Workshop when Drake was there,
Yeah.
and just gave a whole bunch of stuff away.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'll have them. I'm just annoyed that I couldn't give the Rohirrim
Oh, Rohirrim.
to anyone else because everyone didn't want them at the time. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll just give this to one random kid that wanted them. Because
Yeah.
I didn't want them to be binned because Drake was threatening to bin them.
Oh.
Damn, where's that kid now?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I got a Gundabad Orcs now, which I just got. I've been building up these Felwargs, Hunters of Azog.
Right. So they're all evil.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Harley needs.
well, I do have some Mirkwood Rangers.
Oh,
I
really?
just like the models. And
Harley
I also,
actually needs a good army for once.
And I also
because
need- I
you're
know-
forced to
yeah.
implement-
Oh, yeah.
also have Toriel already, so I got that warband sorted.
Yeah, fair.
fair.
But she's in Finland at the moment.
But you need like 3 extra warbands to make an army, really, don't you?
Well, it needs to be 700 points, so.
Yeah, right about that. Oh, you should say Smaug.
So what do you do in
Yeah,
Warhammer?
Ollie, what did you get?
Me, for my sins, I picked up a whole load of ogres, big brutish ogres, and at the moment I'm actually building some of them because, God forbid, I'm doing a little bit of hobbying while we're doing this discussion, much to many people's dismay.
Well,
No, it was just for noise.
And yeah, it's I spent money. Let's just put it that way. And I'm currently building some big smelly ogres to go and beat up people with massive cleavers.
Good luck.
Otherwise, yeah, I picked up a new book. I picked up another book last week, which I quite enjoyed as well, but I don't know if I talked about it or not. But it's one of the Cypher's Canes, so the Black Adder of the Warhammer world. And
No, I did mention it because I think I
I
said
thought you
that.
might have done.
Yeah, I remember that joke. Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a joke.
just a fact.
Wasn't it a joke?
So yeah, but I picked up the second one in the series for it. So that's because I'm nearly finished the first one, so I kind of want to have the next one ready.
They are
because
very
they're
light
very
reads.
easy reads. Yeah, as Harley
Yeah.
said, they are very light, easy reads to get on with. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's what I got at Warhammer World.
Oh yeah, and Jared's thinking of getting Chaos Warriors, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Thinking about doing an 8th edition army. Just as how big do your games go?
It
1500s,
depends. It goes
2000s.
anything from 1500.
Thinking about getting a 2K army.
Just go 2000 is easy.
Yeah,
2400 used to be a tournament number.
2,500 then. And yeah, Chaos Warriors. You know why?
Yeah.
When I first started this hobby
In
properly, I started when I was 12 doing Lord of the Rings. But when
Yeah.
I first started this army properly, like when I was 18, I think I came back into it. Maybe about 18.
Yeah.
Because I started reading the Black Library books.
Yep.
I bought the How to Paint Citadel Miniatures book.
Right.
The one that's still in print currently. And in there is a section on how to paint Chaos Warriors, but not, well, it's more there the, like, example used for using shades.
Yeah.
And you just paint their shield lead belcher, glazes,
Yeah.
and you glaze their shields so it comes out the tinge of whatever god they're associated with.
Yep.
And I really like that, and I've always wanted to do it, so the fact that you guys are forcing me to get an 8th edition army,
Well,
It
not
was
I'm going to do that.
very
And
hard.
I'm
You're
paint
gonna
it
get
like that.
given one.
Yeah, I am going to get given it, thank you, Justin. But I'm
I
going
don't
to do
know. I
that
don't
with the
think he
painting.
listens to these.
He doesn't listen to these. Does anyone listen to these? No.
I like that. I like that energy.
No, I got good energy. I just got bad feelings about it.
Yeah.
Got a Star Wars vibe.
Oh god.
But yeah, so I decided that on the way down to Warhammer. Oh, I also picked up 2 books. And for some reason did an audiobook session where I read it out to the car on the way
2
back.
chapters of it. Yeah.
2 chapters of it at least. My throat is still a little bit sore from that.
Yeah.
A little bit peaky.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it was 2 books. Devastation of Baal by Guy Haley. Boy needs to lay off his thesaurus.
God,
Like,
Jesus.
I'm hoping that gets
And
better throughout the
alliteration.
book, and alliteration as well. Like, I'm hoping it lessens throughout the book because they always go a bit ham at the start. Like, they
Yeah.
just kind of like lay it on really thick to try and like set the scene, and then when it gets into fighting, they suddenly stop and just get into the action.
Right.
So I'm hoping because there's no action right now, he's just like what was it? Recundant refulgence.
Something like recumbent, something.
Like, so he was describing something as being bright, and he was like recumbent for refulgence, and it's just like, calm down, dude. Just use bright. Bright is fine. Bright works. I know what bright means.
Yes.
I didn't have to look it up.
No.
And extirpating. Extirpating. He just meant exterminating or eradicating,
Yeah.
but no, he used extirpating. What the fuck? Why?
We gotta expand that vocabulary with some people.
Those kids got to learn. It's like,
Oh look, Dad, I'm going to have a long
or
word.
destroyed, or just whatever. But like the other one is just it's kind of an omnibus, but it's not. Or an anthology.
Yeah.
It combines the Hell's Reach book by Aaron Dembski-Bowden
Yeah.
with the second.
The short story one.
I don't know if it's a short story.
I think it was a short
I think it's a
story.
novel as well.
Well, you tell me you have it. in
Ignore
front of you
any
somewhere.
noise at the minute. I'm just getting it out of the bag. No, that's definitely a novella.
Oh,
It's Armageddon by Aaron Dembski-Bowden, which combines Hell's Reach and Blood and Fire into one book. And Hell's Reach is my favourite Black Library book of all time.
yeah.
It's actually fantastic.
The only thing is, like, people were like a little bit annoyed by Grimaldus having like
What, Deus Ex Machina?
no, there's not Deus Machina, but having doubts. Like, why would he have doubts? Was the kind of impression when it came out, I think.
Because he's still human.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you have doubts? Because he has a mind.
Yeah, I know, but it makes much of a more interesting
Yeah, okay.
character. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like more of a interesting character development when he starts from there and then builds up.
Yeah, well, because he would like accepting any mantle of responsibility. It doesn't matter how indoctrinated you are,
Yeah.
or hypno trained, or whatever they call it. Like, you would still be like, oh, can I do this? And for the first couple of weeks, you're going to be like, I'm really shit at this because I'm not getting it right. And
Yeah,
then
because
suddenly
he tries to pretend to be the
he
previous guy.
tries to be his mentor and not his own way of doing it.
Yeah.
When he realizes that doesn't work,
Yeah,
he
Hellbrook
then-
has to tell him to do it.
Yeah, he then gets right into it, and it's just like, you know what? That's like, I think he looks at the salamanders ironically, and
Oh, yeah.
says that's not the way we do things, and just goes ham, and I love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Then gets covered by rubble for a little bit.
Yeah, then he gets a building dropped on him, and is like, ah, fuck this, and just shrugs it off,
Mm.
and just gets up, and is carrying like 5 or 7 relics with him at the same
Yeah.
time. I love him. He's badass.
Well, they actually have his war gear in there.
Yeah, really. I really like this bit.
Yeah.
So it's got little pictures halfway through the book. I love it when the book does that.
This became just your book review. Of the
Oh, this is going to become my book review. Yeah. So I highly recommend this book.
For the pictures.
Okay, it is a short story at the end, but it deals with one of the best chapters ever. It's the what are they called?
Black
The
Templars?
Celestial Lions,
Oh,
and they're fantastic. They are basically like Africa in a chapter.
Sure.
what?
Like,
Or Wakanda in a chapter.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Wakanda in a chapter. That is definitely the best way to put it because they're obviously technologically advanced and all that. But so they have a completely equal system. So it doesn't matter if you're like a higher in rank. They're just like, "Nah, you're wrong, mate. Like we need to do it this way." And the guy's like, "Oh, I see what you mean. Okay." And I just love that. Like they respond to orders in the heat of battle, but if they think it's wrong, they say.
Yeah. The Swedish way of doing things.
Yeah, the Swedish way.
The one where they have to ask everyone if it's all right, but it takes a bloody long time to get anything decided.
But they still
Alright,
badass.
Charlie,
Because they're
a little bit of
space marines, they do it
attention
really
there.
quick.
Yeah.
But yeah. But they probably don't do it in battle. More the way of governing.
Yeah.
And like dealing with disputes and and like strategy
Sure.
more so than actually in battle.
Well, yeah, they got the bloody Codex Astartes anyway.
Yeah, I think they're a Codex Astarte chapter. I mean, aside from the guy toting what looks like a stalker bolter on a shotgun there. Like, that doesn't look pretty Codex.
It could be just the artist rendition.
Yeah. But the start of the book is the Hell's Reach one by Aaron Dembski-Bowden. I just love saying that name.
Yeah.
Aaron Dembski-Bowden. And Hell's Reach is one of the best written sieges I've ever read.
Yeah.
Like, it's like there's a chapter in it where like the spoilers, but the orcs have actually broken into the city, shock horror. And it just describes like losses and withdrawals they've had to make over the there it is. Over the different days, and describes it doing the way of like people dying. Because they only have like 100 guys there, so every death matters.
Yep.
And like it paints the picture of like 50 days of war in like little snippets, and I love it when a writer does unusual methods of telling stories, not like just exposition. Like Caleb, the 33rd day, part of the counter-attack at Bastion 4. Body suffered extreme mutilation and dismemberment at the hands of the enemy. Gene seed ruined / unrecovered. That tells you so much. Like the fact that they had to counterattack at Bastion 4 tells you there was already a battle there. He suffered extreme mutilation and dismemberment, telling you how like horrible the enemy is. And the 33rd day tells you how long they've been fighting a retreat. Like, and that's in a sentence. There's like 2 pages.
So this is the Dark Souls way of storytelling a little bit, where
you have to figure out yourself.
Details are in things that you wouldn't like think.
Yeah, and to your shock and horror, you actually have to imagine some stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Like, how terrible is that? I love it.
I always find it more interesting, like the build up to battles rather than battle themselves, though.
Yeah, battles tend to happen finish quickly, don't they?
Yeah, because the whole thing is like all the preparation and whatever else that goes into it. But then, like, usually I can understand why, like, I include some kind of action thing. They make it all about the action.
But they do this very well as well. Like,
I know, like, Aaron Dembski-Bowden does well, where it doesn't take bloody, like, 10 pages to explain a combat.
No, he doesn't. And he also deals with the fact that Grimaldus is trying to, like, he thinks that the best way to deal with this threat is by overseeing everything.
Sure.
And then his brother's just like, dude, like, this isn't where you're supposed to be. Like,
this is not the way.
Yeah, this is not the way. You are supposed to be, like, leading from the front lines. You're supposed to be, like, our faith and fire. You're not supposed to be our strategist.
Yeah.
Like, we'll handle this. We've done this for years.
Right.
You need to inspire the men.
Yeah.
And, like, he deals with that conflict. And that is a real conflict because he is the leader of the party, but he's not supposed to be leading in that way. It is a difficult thing to do. I love it. I love the book. 5 stars. Out of 5.
There you go. Book review.
There you go. Book review by Jared, done.
Shall we move to news, or do we want to talk about something else?
We covered basically everyone's week, right? Well, Ollie, have you done anything good with your week?
Well, anything else you want to mention? I mean,
Yeah.
Not
anything.
particularly, really. No, not much at all really in my week. That's been too interesting, unfortunately.
yeah, I haven't played League.
I haven't played. I actually. Oh, did I? Yeah, I got up to silver. I've been trying to work my ass out of silver 5 now, but it's. I mentioned this yesterday on chat. I honestly and truly believe that people in silver 5 play so much worse than people in bronze 1.
Okay.
And you know what? Because the people in silver 5 have been just like eroded down to the but they're not playing mechanically badly, which is why they're still in silver 5. So they're playing mechanically fine, but they're doing stupid shit.
Right.
Like, they are, because they think they're the heroes of their own anime, they'd be cheated by these people in silver 4, 3 and 2 and 1, because like these people were shit and they were trolls and they were horrible and they're bad and they're awful, and why couldn't they just let me go 1v9 and I could take them, and I got cheated by bad champion picks and blaming everything but myself.
Sure.
Like, And doing that, and I swear to God, that's the reason they're Silver 5. They mechanically they can keep their ass out of Bronze, but they will never ascend any higher, and they become bitter and shit by that. And people in Bronze 1 are working their ass off to get out of the stain of Bronze 1. Like, they hate the word bronze there, so they're trying so hard that every fight they're like, we can do this, it's okay guys, we've got this, we're so close to getting out of Bronze. And the people in Silver 5 are like, no, we're still better than you shit fucks. Like, you must be so Bronze, and you're like, no, they're better.
I remember the topic we were supposed to talk about.
What was it?
Collector's editions.
Collector's editions.
Yeah.
Right. I have a real issue with collector's editions.
Sure.
I think they're really shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Please expound.
Please expand.
Cool. Yes.
I can expand. They are the worst thing that's happened. Like, pre-ordering. I would mark pre-ordering below collector's editions on things that went wrong with gaming. The second I
would rather go with microtransactions, pre-ordering collector's editions.
No, okay, I'll give you that one. It'll go collector's editions, microtransactions, pre-ordering.
Okay.
Because, and I say this, collector's editions are what proved to the system that we will pay out of our ass for fucking nothing. For fucking bullshit. Attached to the thing we actually want, but we will pay out of our ass because it looks shiny. And it proved to them that they could get away with pre-orders, and it proved to them they could get away with microtransactions, and we fucking let them. Because fucking schmucks, like yourself, sir, went, you know what? I'll pay an extra 40 quid for that pretty badge. Or that shiny little case that comes with it.
Sure.
Or the tiny little figurine that'll break the second I fucking drop it.
Yeah, but sometimes
there's a few I quite liked, and also they become some of collector's editions become cheaper over time. So I never got the BioShock 2 one, but it has vinyl records in there with the Muse soundtrack, which is very nice. As opposed
Have you got a vinyl player, sir?
Well,
yes.
Ollie's got one.
Oh,
I've got one.
And my brother's got one.
Okay. Do you listen to vinyl much? Do you like spend a lot of your time listening to vinyl? Are you an enthusiast of the vinyl?
But
Yes, I am.
That's fair enough, but you aren't buying this.
But if it's like...
Actually,
So why did you buy it?
I didn't buy it.
Okay.
Well, I would have wanted to, but it was on sale because no one had bought it for a very long time.
You would listen to it once and put it down.
I like the BioShock soundtrack.
But you would listen to it on vinyl once and put it down. You would then downloaded it on a different medium, one that's more convenient to you, sir.
You never know.
No, you fucking wouldn't. You know you wouldn't.
I got the Wrath of the Lich King collector's edition because the art book.
Oh god, that's good. Such
Do
a
you,
good
do you
art book.
spend a lot of time still looking at that art book?
Yeah.
Like, you use it a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a game designer.
Yeah, I need to look at designs.
Alright, fair enough. No. Allow.
Same thing for the Warhammer Online one, which I got last year.
Yeah, that's
Because it was
quite
cheap
cool,
and I got the model out of it.
Fair enough.
And also the art book.
And the models are used.
And as long as you're still using the art books, I'm cool with
Yeah,
it.
it's upstairs. I use it.
But
I use it for to inspire one of my works last.
maybe they should just release that as a separate product instead of tying it into
Hey,
a
it's EA.
collector's edition.
It's EA.
Also, just as a side point, we pointed over to the vinyl thing over there. There's a lot of shit on top of that vinyl thing, and it doesn't look like it's been moved
Just
in
being-
a couple of months.
Let
To
me
be
tell
fair-
you this. It's not me that stacks the shit up on my vinyl, which really annoys me, but it keeps happening.
Yeah,
I
the
clear
thing
it
is,
regularly.
we need to put stuff somewhere, and people think that's
Yeah,
the
my
best
vinyl
way.
thing is the best thing to put it on, which is really not, because I like to sit there on a Sunday and listen to vinyl in the morning. But nope, someone decides to stick shit on it every time.
Yeah. The things
I generally have a tradition every Sunday morning. I tend to listen to the vinyl, and somebody decides to stick shit on it every day.
Fair enough, allow. Also,
really
which is,
annoying.
as a point to bring up in collector's editions, do you know many of them don't actually include the game now?
What? No, that's
I haven't heard that.
No, that's nothing I've heard of.
Which
Does-
one? Please give an example.
Please give.
Which one was it? I believe it was an EA one.
Sure.
Wouldn't surprise
It was on. I was watching Video Game Donkey,
Okay.
me. Okay.
and while I don't want to say that like I was completely influenced by his video,
Sure.
I was of this opinion already. He put up a kind of like a supercut of people opening collector's editions because there's a whole section of YouTube dedicated to just opening up collector's editions or opening shit.
Boxes, yeah.
Yeah, unboxing, which is the weirdest fucking thing. You know exactly what you get in there anyway. It's on the fucking list.
Some people don't know what the presentation is, though. Like, how is it packed and how are you going to put it together and whatnot.
People make a business out of it.
I know.
It's just weird. Right.
We got to get on that.
So he did a supercut of this,
Sure.
and in one of them, and I'm fairly certain it was Destiny because that just seems like something EA would do. This guy opened it up, and opened up the box for the game.
Bungie's not. I mean, Destiny's not owned by
EA.
Destiny.
It's done Bungie.
Destiny's not owned by EA. Sorry.
Is Bungie not owned by EA?
No.
It's Bungie.
It's separate.
Yeah, it's owned by Microsoft.
Maybe it's a different
It's a
one. I'm thinking
Microsoft
of then.
company, not a...
It might be a different one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah.
Fact check me. I'll look at the video after this.
Please write to us.
Seriously, right, you're right in. But basically, this guy opened up this box, whatever game it was.
Sure.
And he opened up the box where the game should be because it's the fucking case.
Yep.
And he went, there was nothing in there. And he closes the box, looks at the back of the thing, and on it says, does not include the actual game.
Probably should have read that then.
Probably should have read that then. However, how many people do you think would assume that in the collector's edition of the game would come the game?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's everybody who'd buy it. But still, that's ridiculous if that is actually in a case. And that should always be...
I'm just going to look this up.
illegal.
Please entertain yourselves for a little bit.
Yeah, feel free to entertain ourselves.
I'll talk about something.
Well, just collector's edition, video game donkey.
Games without... Oh, wait.
Video game donkey. 'Cause trust me, that's the easiest place to find it on.
Games without... Game.
No, look,
Oh, no, it's Destiny.
Just-
Okay.
What? Well, it depends.
Immediately, Destiny was the first thing that came up.
Yeah.
So there you go, Destiny.
That is
Opened up it
weird.
and just went, "There's no game." Like, and his face was just one of sheer betrayal. Like, and you know why he got away with that?
Why?
It's because, well, they got away with that.
Yeah.
It's because we don't challenge shit, and we just go, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have paid that." Then it's like, but people opened up the possibility. We ruined the industry already. We need to retake it.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like collector's editions.
Sure.
And they opened the path to microtransactions.
Sure.
Well, mobile gaming did as well.
Well, actually, DLC
Mobile
kind of
did.
got there as
Yeah,
well.
DLC did that.
Day one DLC.
Yeah.
DLC is what we want. What we get is tend to be
Yeah, but what we want
microtransactions
more
and
is expansions rather than DLC, which has become...
It was,
Because if you recall, back in the day, Warcraft 3, the expansion was Frozen Throne, and that was a whole game.
yeah. Was that free or was that like 15?
No,
quid?
that was like 15... Well,
Yeah,
it was another game.
It was
added on,
like
pretty
15,
much.
20 pounds. It wasn't. It wasn't expensive
Yeah.
by any means, but it was
I was
essentially
saying-
just an entire fucking. Because I remember, suddenly the Lich King was a thing. It
Yeah.
was a great game.
Yep.
That was better than Warcraft 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wish the Naga was a race.
So that was collector's editions.
Yeah.
Send us your thoughts to
BBAC at... Sorry.
there it is.
BBAC podcast at gmail.com.
bbacpodcast@gmail.com.
Be back podcast.
But back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. Send us your thoughts.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get shit this week, did we?
No, we didn't.
No. Disappointing.
Yep. Unlike last week. It's a bi-weekly thing now.
Yeah, like it's like kind of like buses.
Yeah.
Nothing comes along and then suddenly 3.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
So on to the news then.
Yes, let's do news.
Twitch adjusts confusing new apparel rules for streamers.
But it's still kind of vague.
Yeah.
So this is like them trying to clamp down on, was it booby streamers?
Yep.
You could call them then, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the colloquial.
Basically, the lovely women who exploit men for money.
We let ourselves be exploited.
Oh yeah, we always do.
Well, I ain't got any problem with the woman who's just financially smart enough to do that.
Twitch's new guidelines state that streamers must wear proper apparel as dictated by the streamer's content.
Okay. Right, so if she's gaming, she's got to like wear just clothes she'd be outside with. If she's doing yoga, she's got to wear yoga pants and a yoga top.
Trying to enforce a specific dress code for streamers is unreasonably restrictive and something the company isn't trying to do. So they're not saying you have to restrict your clothing line.
When evaluating for reports for sexual conduct, attire is just one factor we will use in making a determination on whether conduct is acceptable.
Yeah. Okay, this is wear attire that would be publicly appropriate for the context, location, activity they are broadcasting. For example, work clothes would be appropriate for a fitness stream, and swimsuit would be appropriate for a swim team
For a stream from a public beach. Who the hell is streaming from a public beach?
You find weird people who do that.
How?
You get a phone and you stream from your phone.
Can you stream from your phone?
You can stream
Yep.
from your phone.
Oh, I have the app.
Don't do it now.
Double podcast. Podcastception.
Well, no, it would be pretty much like a Twitch stream, and then we just release the audio from it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that. But yeah, that's just trying to clamp down on that.
Well, it kind of is necessary because it is just getting rid of decent streamings and just causing people to just go to rather shitty ones.
It depends. If the booby streamer can actually play LOL, I'm going to be angry at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harry Potter RPG has spellcasting, magical duels, and old friends.
I mean, I'd be disappointed if Harry Potter didn't have spellcasting.
It's going to be on the iOS and Android later this spring.
Oh, it's a phone game.
Yes.
Yay.
Well, you can see
Looks a bit like Pokemon Go, to be honest.
you can see a trailer for it on YouTube or something.
Oh, so it's Harry Hogwarts Go.
Yes, pretty much. Sounds like it.
Harry Hogwarts Go. We should do that.
It's Hogwarts something I can't really see because the play button's in the way. Mystery,
Hogwarts Mysteries,
yeah.
is a thing.
Yeah, so I didn't read that.
The upcoming role-playing game. That intrigues me. What elements of this are role-playing?
I really don't want to know what roleplay people get onto with Harry Potter.
Oh, there's.
You got Sorting Hat Ceremony. Guess which one I will be.
Huh?
Probably
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, because you're a normie.
Sure.
You filthy normie. Don't know anything about dank memes.
So not the edgiest one, okay.
Huh? Slytherin aren't edgy. They're just wimps.
Okay.
Ew, we use cunning all the time.
Well, you get like you get the best and the worst of both kind of things. Like the more people are more competent and the incompetent ones.
I think it's more the fact that Slytherin are
Name me
just-
one competent Slytherin.
The founder.
No, he got fucked up by 3 other founders.
Yeah. But he's still a founder. Was Voldemort?
Yes.
Slytherin,
Yeah, okay,
yes.
yeah.
Do you want to call him competent though?
He got far.
He got. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, he got far.
You'll learn spells, then recreate them to unlock hidden secrets. There are plenty of other students to befriend through a myriad of dialogue options. Family professors also return, including Albus Dumbledore and Severus Snape.
Do
It's
you get to see him die?
It's before the events of Harry Potter.
Oh, so you don't get to see any of the kids then?
No. It's open for pre-registration on Google Play.
Okay.
Ahead of its full release is what South Park did with their phone destroyer.
Yeah.
Their phone destroyer?
Yeah, it's kind of a strategy game where you use cards to play different characters and then they just move against each other doing damage, and then you've got to win by damaging the other player.
Was it Dokkan Battle?
Kind of like that. Then you like, I kind of think also the Final Fantasy Dissidia game on Android. It's a well, actually I have it on my phone. Like, can't show it to anyone on the Body podcast, but it's a kind of a JRPG. You use all the characters from previous games, but you have to unlock them first. Whoops.
Oh. Right.
It's Opera Omnia or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's a free. You get free characters to use, and you usually beat up monsters and other like whatever shadow versions of them are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of what Dissidia had, but it's not a combat thing. Also, got to say the new Dissidia game is shit. That's on the PS4. Because instead of like, it's online only to do matchmaking, and it's free people versus free people, and all it takes is for one of them to have a very bad connection to halt the whole thing.
Oh goody.
Oh joy.
Okay, so we cool to move on, or you just doing
Yeah, sure. I was just showing
because I have a very interesting piece of news.
Sure.
Trump says he's meeting with members of the video game industry to discuss school safety.
Yeah, apparently we're not in danger of anything happening to video games.
Yeah. But he said he will meet with members of the video game industry to discuss what can be done about video games in the wake of Parkland. Like,
how did that have anything to do with anything at that point?
He's blaming violence now in video games as the reason.
Like, that's been like what everyone else says, and that has been proven to be false like more numerous times. Matt's not here, but he would probably explain why as well, because he has to bloody write papers about this thing in child development.
Just blame everything before you blame guns.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Overwatch got a new hero.
Yes, it did. She looks great.
She does look cool. I don't play Overwatch, but
Bridget
I actually looked at her and she
Lindholm.
looks cool.
It's Brigitte.
Okay, sure.
Because it's Swedish.
Sure. It's
Harley's lack of care.
it's Torbjorn's daughter apparently.
Yeah, she's Torbjorn's daughter. Apparently, Torbjorn's got like 20 plus kids. Like,
Okay.
boy's been getting. But she's the one that took to him, took to his engineering side the most. But she was then trained by her godfather, Reinhardt.
Yeah.
And Reinhardt took her as his squire when he decided to become a knight errant.
Sure.
Roaming the world, doing good.
Yep.
And so she is a meld of the two heroes.
But she's more of a support character.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, she's definitely a support character. Yes. So she's very cool. Her main weapon is her flail.
Is it a mace or a flail?
It's a flail.
Oh, it's a rocket flail.
Yeah, it's a rocket flail. So she swings that round and it hits everyone in I think a quarter arc basically.
Sure.
Does 56 damage to each hit on everyone inside that arc. She can also use it to she can shoot it off and do a poke thing. She knocks people back with this, and she can throw up a shield. Shield's got a much limited
Utility?
Health. Health. Well, also utility because it basically protects her and her alone.
Sure.
And it's only got 600 on it.
Alright.
So you can cut through it pretty fast with dedicated fire. What her main utility is, though, is the fact that she can throw out heals, and if she overheals you, it turns into armor.
Okay.
So she can then buff up everyone around her. Her ult becomes like a rapid kind of rally thing.
Yeah, it's called rally.
Yeah. Everyone moves faster, provides all nearby allies with armor that lasts until it's removed. She can I think inspire was another one as well. She can do.
Yeah.
So she's got. Oh yeah, she can shield bash as well. So if her shield is up, she can hit you and stun you.
She's quite.
When she hits people with a flail, she heals nearby allies as well.
Okay.
So she just stands there. She's tanking. She's hitting.
This reminds
she's doing
me
all
of.
that shit.
This really bit reminds me of the was it Oracle? No, it's not Oracle of Cain. It's some priest of Cain in Warhammer Online who, is in combat but still heals everyone around him.
Yeah. So she's got a good utility in that she will stand in a choke point. She won't take too much of dedicated fire.
Sure.
But she can just jump back out, hit people a couple of times, heal them up, but then jump back in with a shield, hit people a couple more times, jump in.
Yeah,
She's very good at one-on-ones.
Right.
She can take most people in a one-on-one fight just because she can shield stuff and hit you.
Yeah.
56 damage on the hit is quite actually a lot, especially considering most health bars are 200.
Okay.
So she's only got to hit you 4 times, realistically, and she can stun you, she can knock you back. She's very good in defending the secondary access points, essentially.
Right.
So you'd have Reinhardt at the front, she'll be defending the side door.
Sure.
And then they either have to come through or over the top.
Okay.
In most maps, at least.
Right.
So I like her. She adds to the game what was kind of needed.
Sure.
They were in a very stale place, and she's going to change up the meta quite a bit.
Right.
And I think she's going to be a good addition.
So she's quite a
defensive
defensive player, or is she kind of a pushy player as well?
She can attack. If she needs to take a point, she
attack, she protect.
She attacks, she protect, but most importantly, she project.
Yeah.
So she.
My own jokes.
If you were gonna assault with her, I would definitely you take the main force up the main axis, the obvious route. Use her to kind of flank, because her shield, her heal is quite long range, so she can hit you from the other side and still be hitting the person in front of them. Especially if they're all facing there and she's just running back going tang 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 hitting all of them. Yeah. She is very good at defense, so I think she's mostly defense.
Right.
Purely because of that rally. That rally's beautiful.
Alright.
But the rally is also very good if you want to just straight dive comp a point.
Sure.
Because her with Winston would be pretty brutal, actually.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
PlayStation Plus will be dropping PS3 and Vita games in 2019. So instead of getting games from PS Plus, you're getting more PlayStation 4 games.
Good and bad things in that sentence.
Well, yeah, but PS3 is going to probably get dropped eventually. It seems like it.
Yeah, even though it's just an emulator service, isn't it?
Not really. Well, they've put some old games on it because development time has been long and it was easier to port things over to it than...
Oh, right. It doesn't play it at all, then?
No, not
really.
really.
Because the Xbox does actually play older
Yeah,
Xbox, but that's an emulator service. Yeah. Okay, so... not a fan. I like PS3 games.
Alright. Justin has work tomorrow.
Ha ha ha.
Anyway, yeah.
Why does
So,
he have work tomorrow, actually? Think about it.
because Katie didn't come.
Ha, ha, ha.
But yeah, like also Demon Souls finally closed its servers down this week on the 28th.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm amazed they were going this long, I've got to be honest.
Well, yeah, because it's just because Atlas was supplying their network, and they finally were like, no, it's fine because because before they had was a large outcry because people actually liked the game and wanted to have the servers on for as long as possible.
Alright.
So able to be playing the online content and multiplayer content.
Yeah.
But now you can.
Final Fantasy 15 is coming to PC.
Yeah.
That game was not pretty enough on the consoles. I'm really glad that they've added that to PC. I also never finished it.
No, I wasn't even bothered.
I liked what they did in terms of the characters. I really felt for the group of friends.
Can I be honest? I've never really played Final Fantasy.
I would keep that to yourself. No, that's fair. Final Fantasy, unfortunately, 13, 12? Which one was Lightning?
13.
13. That was the one I started on. Could not have been the worst. Like,
No, I started on 10.
Oof.
What, 10's good?
Oof.
Why?
7.
Yeah, sure, but then some people are going to go 8 and some people are going to go 9.
But
Probably
we
more
can
on
all
9.
agree 13 was bad.
Sure.
Yeah.
That designer or director was too much hung up about Lightning anyway.
Yeah, really. Like, that was some waifu level stuff.
Well, like he was developing was on the team for the CD again, for the newest one, and it was like everyone was like asked what was your favorite character, and then like he goes Lightning because if I'm with her everything will be alright. No, something like that. Chrono Trigger's on Steam now.
Cool.
It's an old game, but for some reason people don't like it because it's 15 not euros or pounds.
US dollars?
Dollars, yes.
Yeah, US dollars.
And with a limited edition available until April 2nd. But why would you get it on PC when you can get it on your phone?
Yeah, exactly. The new Battlefield coming out this year.
Yeah.
Wow, there's quick
Wait,
development
what?
time.
The new
Well, hey,
Battlefield?
you got to keep on getting those customers.
Yeah. Oh, good. New Battlefield set in World War II.
Of course.
Great. You know, good
Let me
progression.
guess, it's a continuation of the original Battlefield 1 they've done.
I have no idea. But it has loot boxes.
Well,
Duh.
Battlefield 1 had also loot boxes in there.
Yeah, they did.
You got achievements for watching someone open a loot box.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
No.
not for kidding.
Oh my god.
Nope.
I bought that game. Ugh.
Well, good job.
Ah!
Yes.
Okay, you go.
So Marvel will be bringing Thor as the God of Thunder again in 4-1 because what's her face? The one that's the human like friend.
Jane Foster?
Yeah, Jane Foster was the Thor for a little bit while.
Yes,
A little
in
bit.
the comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I stopped at that point
Natalie
because
Portman is gonna
It was
be-
like one of the few ways that
Yeah,
she
that's
could
the one.
survive, actually, because
yeah, she's got
in the
cancer.
comics she got cancer.
So limited time being that, and then Thor became Odinson because you couldn't have 2 Thors.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not confusing. And I got out of it at the point.
Well, are they making it in comics?
They did that change in comics, yes.
Okay, right.
And
I,
now
I
they're-
saw you like
and
in
now-
the film and I was
no,
like,
no.
"Huh?"
Now they're bringing Thor back as the main line.
Okay, didn't they make Thor a... Was it a girl? Or
Yeah, that's Jane Foster.
Oh, that was Jane Foster?
Yeah.
Jane
I don't see.
Foster,
Okay,
yeah.
I remember there being a lot of "Bleh" about that, but why? If it's Jane Foster,
No, it was because don't know, people having feelings for him. Anyway, I don't
angry
know.
women. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Do that.
So Blizzard's got a Warcraft 3 update
Oh my
that's
God.
been in it's been years, but
Oh
then
my.
that's got people like
Hoping for
Playing
a
the
remaster.
game
yeah,
again.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or a new full Warcraft game
That'd be
or
amazing.
remaster. Yeah,
Ah!
sure.
I want that. Give it now.
Yeah, it's been bloody 16 years since that game came out.
Don't say that,
Nearly.
dude.
I know.
Like,
Teens have changed into adults.
what was it? 9. Don't know. Ugh.
Yeah, anyway.
So, Sea of Thieves.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've been watching that. That looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Been watching Muzak play that quite a bit. Looks very good. Very interested in it.
Physics are a little bit janky at the moment, but otherwise.
But
there's still
have
enough
you
for
seen
beta.
things like the water? The water's so pretty.
The sunsets on it are
Sunsets,
beautiful.
yeah, and the art style is quite interesting. Actually, it's very different from what the average art style has been in the past few years for what a game should look like.
I also really like the gameplay. I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm
Going
usually-
out there as a band of pirates, yes please.
I'm usually more about the gameplay than visuals.
Yeah, well, you're a game designer. I
Yeah,
hope so. But yeah, no, I think it looks really good. They're holding another scaling test this weekend.
Sure.
Are they? Well,
Literally,
now,
it
actually-
just finished about 10 a.m. today. Or no, 10 a.m. PST, so it might have just finished. So yeah, they were doing some scaling tests. They were hoping for the largest amount of players to see whether the servers could handle it.
Sure.
I'm hoping it came out okay, because it looks very good, and I'd love to play that when it comes out in either an open beta or proper.
Yeah.
I need to get a better computer by then.
But I think that's definitely you need to play that as a group. Like you can't just play
Yeah,
it.
no.
It looks
There
like
are some games you can only play as a group.
Yeah, but like that could be fun for us to do. Like
Possibly.
do some Sea of Thieves.
possibly, yeah.
Be
Detroit.
pirates.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah. No, I was gonna move on to the next thing.
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
Detroit Become Human has got a release date now for the 25th of May.
What's that?
It's the David Cage game.
Oh, Kaji.
Yeah, Cage.
Still no idea.
David Cage.
Nope.
No, he doesn't care, and Ollie doesn't play those games anyway. They're on PlayStation.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Dark Rain,
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain. Sorry.
Oh,
And,
okay, those games.
yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
right, yeah, I know those.
Yeah, the story things where it's French because he tries to be a French director, and no one likes working for him because if you looked at like interviews with William Dafoe and Ellen Page, they look like miserable. Final Fantasy 15 director asked fans if they want a happy ending or a sad ending to Final Fantasy 15 DLC.
I already thought I had DLC.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I thought I had an ending.
it did.
I would really want to play the entire story and say whether I want a sad one or a happy one. It would depend. Like if the sad ending is gonna,
I prefer cathartic ones rather than like.
Yeah, but you do, Burley.
Though we need more sad endings because we got too many happy ones anyway.
yeah. Sometimes I need to walk away from a film just going,
That was yeah, but I'm happy I saw it or something.
yeah, like that. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah,
That's how life is. It's not a series of happy endings.
like Inside. Anyway,
Mm.
Sega accidentally released Yakuza 6 for free because the demo had the full game.
Oh dear.
So if you were quick,
Oh my god.
My God.
you might have beat it. That
Oh my
Oh,
God.
jeez.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money just gone.
yeah, but they fixed it and brought it down.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
like,
shall we?
I imagine somebody's just downloaded
Yeah.
it, taken their fucking console off the internet.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to Warhammer?
Shall we?
Shall we?
We shall.
So we're getting more Kane things.
They are very pretty.
Yeah, the snake ladies.
Yeah,
and
we
the
saw a
harpy
lot of
ladies.
those up at the World.
Warhammer World. Yeah.
They are incredibly pretty. They are fragile as fuck.
Yeah, they look like they're gonna be fair.
They're going to break off very easily if you're not careful.
Yeah, especially those.
They're contact.
I think
points.
they
Harpy
already
thing.
released those, but the harpies with the spears, god
Yeah.
damn! You drop those one time, you are not seeing them again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every single one of them was kind of like that. They had the wings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, scourges
Yeah.
are worrying as well. To be fair.
I would just use them as harpies and dark elves. But anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Some stuff from the Hobbit Grand Tournament because Adam Trox likes that stuff and he has more things to say. So good on talking about winners and how things are going in Warhammer. So we're gonna get some more Hobbit. We're gonna get some more characters which have been there for a while. They've been nearly a year, but as unfinished works, so they're finally coming out. They look like that.
It's Hilda and
Percy.
Percy, isn't
Yeah.
it? I don't actually remember those characters from the film.
They might.
the
They
kids.
usually aren't. They're just like
They're not the
side
kids. The
characters.
kids are already models.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting Goblin Mercenaries.
Yep. Those look pretty sweet.
Yeah, I quite like them.
How about finally?
Yeah,
I
I like the armor bits on them.
Yeah, they're very scavenged, very put together. I like
Yeah, they
that.
look cool.
I just wish Azog had this armored version
Mm.
at some point. And then we're getting
An
the
upgrade kit for the Mumak.
yeah
It adds the dude who's like, the
war leader.
Yeah. It's like ooh when he looks at Aemir. That dude.
Yeah,
I like that guy.
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad they're adding to it. I found it very weird in that article that all of the employees of Games Workshop won an award.
It's
did they
it's
really?
probably because for some reason it's only popular. It's got even narrower popularity than 30k has.
It's funny though. They also did the doubles tournament article. That came out a couple of weeks back, and I finally read it. And there was another one where the Games Workshop people were the only ones who won awards.
They might be just the ones the most dedicated to it at the moment, and because they play constantly with the designers, that they know what's up.
They should probably not let the employees win the awards, though.
Yeah, but they generate Warhammer community articles by putting their army lists on there.
I'm pretty sure that the lottery doesn't let employees win.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about?
Bridget, Sea of Thieves, Collector's Editions. Nope, didn't.
So, shall we move on
Did my
to
big report as well.
Sons of Horus 30k tactical analysis?
Let's, because I don't actually know much about these guys.
Sure. So there's Sons of Horus. Their Legion rules are as follows. Edge of the Spear, they get to reroll 1s on reserve rolls.
Yep.
So if you roll a 1, you might come on, because it just means that on a 2, you don't come on, but on a 1, you've got the possibility of rolling a 3 up again.
I mean, that's not terrible. That
Yeah.
sounds bad.
But I think it's alright.
You're statistically, like, that means you'll be able to reroll half of what you would fail on.
Well, hey, you got Justarian coming in, teleport, deep strike, so you really kind of want to be able to get them on as quickly as possible.
I see
when you
that.
want to.
Do most things have 4 special rules?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, depending on what legions you are and whether they're how.
And then how powerful those rules are.
I feel like they have an extra special rule, essentially, looking at it.
Yeah. Merciless Fighters, at initiative 1, if you outnumber your enemy in a assault, you get to make an extra attack.
A single extra attack for each model? Okay, cool. Provided they have already fought. Unwieldy weapons don't get this bonus.
Nope.
Bulky count as 2 and very bulky as 3.
Yeah, as in from the seeing at how many models you outnumber. So 2 would be you outnumber and counts to 2 models.
Uh-huh.
And then very bulky is 3.
Okay, so you want to be engaged with jump pack stuff then, and then you'll guarantee if you outnumber them. If you outnumber them.
So if you're bulky,
you
double
want
you
to
count as
engage
double.
with the jump pack and the Terminators.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Death Dealers get +1 ballistic skill for shooting at anything within 12 with a pistol, a rapid fire, or assault weapon. So get ready for those Meltas hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect Snapfire, Overwatch, or Fury of the Legion shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Ouch.
Bitter Pride cannot benefit from allies, warlord, or leadership because they are the leading legion. They're the War Master's Legion, so they don't really care about what anyone else says.
Oh yeah, they're all
Yeah. Honor's Rights of Battle, the Black Reaving, Encirclement. All non-vehicle units in reserve that enters from a board edge gets fleet for that turn.
This will only apply to run moves. You still can't charge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Cut them down. Units that charge into already engaged units get rage.
Oh.
So what I kind of thought when I was like on the way to Warhammer World, I was like looking at the list to do this.
Uh-huh.
Kind of got the idea of getting Justarian to engage and then getting like Reavers to with jump packs coming from the sides.
Yeah, I would definitely do it.
Reaver Assault, Reaver scores become troops.
Nice.
Yep. That's nasty.
Eye of the War Master, Justarian can deep strike.
Ooh.
You also have to take a Master of Signals for as a compulsory HQ choice.
Okay, not that terrible.
But it's alright.
Yeah.
Because you just get a bombardment out of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And +1,
you
6.
must
Skill 6.
take more fast attack than heavy support.
Yeah. That kind of ruins my army list before. But then the answer is find something else, like just take 2 tactical squads as your troops.
Yeah.
And then, actually you need 3 because you need 3 compulsory troop choices.
Yeah, and no fortifications.
Yeah. So you do 3 tacticals or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you get 2 Reaver squads as fast attack.
Uh-huh.
And then you get Justarian as elites. And there you go.
It's a pretty hard-hitting force.
And then you get the Venator.
It's very aggressive. Yeah. So the second Rite of War is the Long March?
Yep. It's a little bit simple. It's you get different rules for being in different deployment zones or zones.
Ah.
But
in like in your own deployment zone, you get relentless. So heavy weapons will be able to move and shoot.
That's nice.
With full ballistic skill. If you're in no man's land, you get fleet, and you get crusader in enemy deployment zone.
Yeah, it's pretty
Very
good.
nice.
War Master's portion. On the first turn, your units in the detachment reroll hit rolls of 1. In addition, vanilla Legion Terminators become non-compulsory troop choices.
Oh, okay. Can only be taken by traitors.
And can't be used with Shattered Legion.
Okay.
Cannot use
slow and purposeful. Yeah.
unless they come through Deep Strike or start inside a vehicle.
Okay.
Mm.
I'd probably go with the first one.
Yeah.
Like that second one seems just a bit dependent.
Yeah. Well, it's very good for like heavy weapon, heavy.
The second one is kind of, if you're playing a very balanced force, it works well in helping your force. This is where they need to be, because it means if you're in the middle of no man's land, you get through it quickly. If you're in the enemy territory, you're assaulting, you're doing good damage. And at the back, as Pauli said, the heavy devastators all get to just
Also, because you get to
move
hit,
and shoot.
you get to re-roll hit rolls of 1 in the first turn. It feels like a really alpha strike thing.
Yeah.
It's actually
Anyway,
quite a good
No
war.
fortifications again.
Yeah. Unique war gear, Bane Strike bolter rounds. So they got these from the Alpha Legion.
Oh, nice.
It's semi-rending, so on a 3-up. Then you got the Relic Cataphractic Primus.
Wait, on a 3-up?
On a 6. It's AP3.
Okay.
So it's not really
Oh,
rending.
it's alright rending.
Cataphractic Primus, which is Relic, is 50 points, gives you Internal Warrior and +1 toughness against shooting attacks.
Yo.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice. Onto the units.
Yes.
So Sterling Terminators, which is what I use my army for exclusively.
Yep.
Nice.
There are 2 Terminators which count towards elite and HQ choices if you take them as your command squad. Because you can take them as your command squad. They're bulky. You can take them. For some reason you can take them in a squad of 12. Yeah, you can give them multi melters, which is nice. Which means you will be more able to, equipped with dealing with tanks and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're deep
You
striking
become
anyway.
horribly effective with those things. I've noticed.
Yeah, they're fun. They're also chosen warriors, so any of them can accept the challenge.
Okay.
So you don't renew. Also, they get Fierce Charge on the charge.
Oh,
So it's their Strength 5 on the charge.
that's very nice.
Which is nice, yeah.
And the maximum squad size is 12,
Yeah,
not 10.
I did say
That's
that.
very nice.
Yeah. So what you do is just get Power Fists or Lightning Claws, and then Chain Fists,
Huh.
and Deep Strike those in, and they deal with pretty much anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Ollie's made the mistake of charging into them a couple of times.
Yeah, I
Well,
made
the
that
one
mistake. I
No,
thought,
they need to get
I'll
shots
hold
from
them up.
far away.
No, that was
Yeah.
not the result.
So Reavers, they are pretty much a assault squad with 2 attacks, 3 attacks from the champion in units of 5 to 15. They have outflank and precision shots and strikes. They can take what is it called? Jump packs for 50 points. I shouldn't say points, but they can take for a lump sum rather than like per model.
Okay.
They got bolters, combi weapons with Bane Strike. And then they got close combat weapons, but you can buy chain axes power weapons or power fists to them. But of course, being unwieldy means that they can't get the extra attack if they outnumber someone. Which, yeah.
They're quite cool though, and they're kind of thematic kind of look.
Also, they're not too overpriced. They're like 10 points over veteran squads with like same equipment nearly.
Okay.
Except they get jump packs.
Yeah. Well, you can. Can't you give veterans jump packs?
Nope.
Okay.
You can't get veteran jump packs.
Alright. Then you got the Dreadclaw drop pods, but you can have those with any like most armies now, I think.
Yeah. As of the Istvan Crusade army list, all legions can take them as fast attack.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip over that.
Yeah.
Then we got the heroes, or our characters. Abaddon, which I have.
Right.
You can give him a power sword or a combi bolter. And it comes with a mastercrafted power fist.
So you can give him a power sword and a power fist.
Yes.
Damn.
So you can choose which one you use.
Huh.
Yeah, you can't mix them up like what's his face? Armilus Dyna.
Yeah.
He's also fearless and he causes fear.
Nice.
Because that's his warlord trait. And he can deep strike with a Terminator squad of his choice.
That's very cool.
And yeah, he gives people relentless and 4-up. Well, yeah, he's got a 4-up in marble save, and he also can still do sweeping advances because of the armor he wears. But of course, if you with Justarians, you lose that because
because they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also gets to reroll injuries in campaigns because he's got a dark fate. But anyway.
Yeah.
Then we got Logan, who's the loyalist. I think Sons of Horus is the only one who's got like nice mix of both loyalist and traitor.
Yeah, I was going to say that like they are truly like Lunar Wolves and Sons of Horus.
Yeah. So Logan's a buff character pretty much.
That's cool. He's not exactly a beat stick, is he?
Well, he's a predator. He's pretty much a predator with Paragon Blade and Iron Halo, but he has a chance to come back to life.
Yeah. Doesn't he kick Lucian's ass in a duel one time?
I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm the duel with Lucian. He's like, I'm going to lose this, so he just headbutts him.
Yeah.
Like, well, you lost.
He's only got power armor though, which annoys me because there's pretty much a problem with Saboteur, which is you need AP2.
Yeah.
Well, you need an Artificer armor. Let's see.
He has initiative 6.
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. And then I think he had something else, but I can't remember. Or was it just that? Yeah. Malgurs the Twisted. He lets you take Reavers as troops.
Very nice.
And he's also more of a buff character. He's been crippled, so he only has 2 attacks and initiative 4 and cannot run or sweep advance.
Yep.
He's still a prayer. Otherwise, he's a Centurion kind of.
Yeah.
And he's a herald, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's Master of the Legion.
Yeah, he's got a Master of the Legion. He's got Adamantium Will. And he's pretty much he's got a Legion standard, and he does make veterans as troops as well.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, so I actually probably would run him in the Black Grieving in order to get like 3 squads of veterans as troops to run the whole thing.
Yeah. Tybalt Mar.
Yeah, he came in book 6 or 5.
Okay.
He's the other or either. I can't remember which one he is. The either or, because he got 2 guys.
Oh, I think he's the either.
Yeah, he's the either. He gives. He's got preferred enemy loyalists.
Yeah.
And he gives a squad that, which is nice.
Yeah, because he fucking hates
He's Master of Legion. But the Hunter's Moon, which is his warlord trait, which makes you take a pinning check on anyone within 24 inches of him.
Oh.
Like the first turn, like when he shows up, you have to take a pinning test, which is interesting.
That's cool.
It's useful against some armies because you might have the chance of pinning some people down.
No, well, you're getting it for basically an extra 12 points.
Yeah. Sorry. He's got a Mastercrafted Murder Strike Channable Blade. Sorry. But he doesn't have any AP on it, so you're kind of hoping to kind of hit in and then getting a 6 to kill him outright.
Yeah. He seems alright. Again, they've got a lot of buff characters because their troops their special units are really powerful.
Yeah.
So you didn't really want to go ham on the Lords.
Yeah, I like using him like with Reavers for some reason because that's the only way you're running him.
Yeah.
Like putting in a squad of Reavers.
That's the most effective way.
Yeah. Then Horus, the War Master.
The idiot.
He's 500. Sorry. He's like one of the more expensive ones. There's under Magnus, I think.
Yeah. Okay. He is actually the most.
No, this was before Magnus.
Oh, was it before Magnus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's like 10 points over him.
Yeah.
So he's got the stat line of a Primarch.
Okay.
He gives D3 extra attacks against. Sorry, to start this over. He's got weapon mastery, so he can switch between the use of both his weapons, so the Talons of Horus and the World Breaker hammer.
Can you not do that normally?
No, you have to choose which one you use.
Oh.
With weapon mastery, he can choose to do like 2 attacks with the hammer and 3 attacks with the claw.
Oh right, okay.
He gives Sons of Horus D3. Oh no, his rule Sire gives him D3 extra attacks against enemies with weapon skill 4 or lower, and also lets him join at any time after the second turn if he's placed in reserves. So he comes in automatically.
Oh cool.
On a turn you choose. All of the reserves using Outflank rule get +1 leadership.
Due to his God of War.
Yeah.
So rule.
And he gets to seize the initiative on a 4-up.
Nice.
He is pretty damn powerful.
He makes veterans and Justarians troops choices. and also gets an orbital bombardment.
Huh.
Strength 10, AP 2.
He's probably one of the most powerful commanders.
Yeah.
Ordnance 1, large blast 5 inches, lance and twin linked. Eesh.
Yeah, it's awesome. His armor is a 2-up, 3-up invulnerable, and you it nullifies psychic stuff on a 3-up. So
Yeah, he's pretty damn badass. And in combat, he is pretty damn good as well.
He's got a Mastercrafted Power Move, which is the World Breaker.
If you think
He's
about
got
it,
concussive,
that's
but it's also unwieldy. The talents are AP 2, but base strength. But
His base strength is pretty high anyway.
yeah, but it's got also 3 AP 3 twin bolters in it. Also, it's got Decapitating Strike on Unshred, but the Decapitating Strike makes it you lose but 1 point of Whipple skill and strength for the rest of the game if you get wounded by it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Like after he gets the use of that, then you can't come back. Like he makes you worse overall. You got the Teleportarium Matrix, so him and any Terminator squad can deep strike and will not scatter.
Yep.
Fragnades, because why not? And he's got a Cardinal Sydenham, so he has night vision and prevents infiltrations from dropping in. And also gives someone +1 ballistic 6. Gives someone ballistic skill +1
If he doesn't shoot.
Yeah, it's also got like second numerous Swarm Brothers. In the book.
Emperor's Children. Horace will thank anyone who can debuff elite marines to weapon skill 4 with +2/3 attacks. Yeah. White Scars, Death Guard, Blood Angels, weirdly. Word Bearers, Mechanicum, and Imperial Army.
Well, you think weirdly, but if you consider it in the way of that, if you go just before the heresy, or even when the start of the heresy, not everyone was fully aware what was going on.
Yeah.
So that's why
fair.
he kind of made his best kind of friends were, unfortunately, the Blood Angels and the White Scars in terms of people that he respected. But they're the two for legions that didn't join.
Yeah. He never really liked his allies, did he?
Yeah. No, it was like you couldn't trust any of them except Mortarion.
Yeah, but that was because Mortarion was so stupid he just knew exactly what he was going to do.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we've got Thousand Suns.
Awesome. Yeah, so it is a bit of a shorter one this week, but we're very tired.
Yeah. Well, it's only 24 minutes less than usual. Like
Is
some,
it?
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
we alternate between like going over 2 hours and then an hour and 40 minutes.
An hour 40 seems to be our thing.
Yeah.
But we'll have more next week. Just because.
Well, get us more emails and we might
if
actually
we-
read them.
definitely.
Yeah, and that's the running time.
We're also probably not going to be going up to Warhammer World as well, which will shorten the running time.
Yeah,
Make people leave, all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But yeah. So see you next week.
Yep.
Send us emails.
Would be nice.
Please.
Yeah.
bbacpodcast@gmail.com.
That's BBAC at.
Nah,
I
you did it.
I
You
know.
did it.
Yeah, I always script it. But anyway, yeah. See you.
Bye.
Bye.